Hello everybody and welcome back. It's gone lunchtime now, so I've had me tacos and we're here at the field now. We've come down just before everyone else does because I explained to the dealer, to the rep there, Daniel, that I was sort of seriously interested in buying this combine, and I I would like, I'm sort of asked if I could come down and sort of see it by myself without all the noise and the commotion of everyone, because this is something that we are very interested in. As I say, our John Deere is very, very old, and I think it's time that it was replaced. Whether it will be a Fendt that comes onto the farm, I don't know. While we're interested in the tractors, we're very interested in quite a few of the tractors. Whether the combine does or not, I don't know. I mean, it's a nice looking combine. It's not too bad. It's as I say, it's a nice looking combine. It's powerful. It's 11,000. Sorry, a 12,100 litre grain tank. And as I say, I've come down here, and they're gonna let me just have a little go with it, and we're gonna just see it. It's on tracks. I wouldn't at this stage necessarily, if I was to buy this combine, or any combine actually, I wouldn't necessarily at this stage put it on tracks. I know the farm is looking to move over to tracks, but the thing with the tracks is that when you start adding it to combines like this, and any other combine really, you're starting to then significantly raise the price of the machine. So it's just a case of, at the moment, can we justify spending the amount of money that would be required to put tracks on our combine? It's an option. It's certainly something I will look at, but it's not necessary. While the combine's a priority, it on tracks is not necessarily a priority at the moment. However, I will say this: if we do end up buying a brand new combine, we will go all in and we'll have it on tracks. And the thinking behind that is that I want to move over to tracks eventually, because I want to help with the sort of soil structure, the compaction and stuff like that. It's important to me and to the farm as a business to make sure that at the end of the day, the earth is our greatest asset that the farm has. Because without the earth, we don't have crops. If we don't have crops, obviously, we have nothing to sell, and our business goes under. So while it's great to have really nice kit and everything like that, the most important thing on my farm is the soil. Now, if I can do things that help to protect that soil, that help to keep that soil fertile and to keep it, sort of yielding to its very best potential. All right, this is not our field, but if that's what we can do, then that's what we will do. I will sort of go all in, go with tracks. We're sort of looking to put, if we can, I mean, this is going to be a slow process, but starting to look to put less solid fertilizers on the ground. Maybe looking into putting less harsh sprays on the farm. That's all things for the future. But anyway, for now, we're just going to have a quick look around this combine. And so we've got a 12.1 meter corn header from Capello, I think it is. Yeah, from Capello. And this goes with this combine very nicely, to be fair. Colour coded as well. I have been told that you can get these Capello headers in any colour, The one that we had one a few years ago for our little John Deere, and that was red. I think it was red and black on the front of our John Deere. But they've obviously had this one and color coded it. So yeah, we've got the straw chopper obviously, and then the chamber where it just lets the straw out if we're trailing. I'm guessing, like most combines, that will fold upwards if we're trailing, and then the straw will drop out of that back chute. So everything's sort of fairly standard really around there. You've got the what I call the spinning distributor, so the straw hits those choppers, goes through that fan, and then gets distributed out. Usually they do it either the width of the combine or to the width of the header, so that the straw is spread evenly. I mean, we're not too bothered about that because we will be trailing 99% of our crop. And to be fair as well, corn is probably not something that we'll be harvesting that much. If we do decide to go with the silage and the hay pellets as feed for the cows, then any cornfields that we do grow will go over to silage. They will be silaged. I wanted to have a look at the Katana. They're not sure at the moment if that's going to be possible, but this because they actually sort of kind of tried to push me towards the T8 over there, and I don't, it's too big. And to be fair, I don't like it in the black, if I'm honest. So anyway, we'll get in, and we come into the cab, and as you can see, we've got a nice cab here. We've got the display screen there, obviously the joystick with all the controls, and that will control like the reel, the up and down, the auger. Some combines you can control the auger speed on there as well, but anyway, we'll get it going, and we'll have a little go. I must confess, actually, I started the piece from the truck, but I have already been allowed a little go in here, and I'm having a go by myself at the moment. Just while they get the Katana and a few of the machines set up, and I can go to the full grain tank apparently, which isn't going to take long, I don't think. But yeah, so it's as I say, it's a really nice combine. This. It's a shame that the testing of new combines has come in October. Sorry, I would have liked that to have been in August, September at the most. As I said I can't remember if it was the last video or the video before, we have bought some more land, and that land does come with crops on them still, so we have got a little bit more combining again to do. We keep saying we've finished it, and then we buy land with crop on it. To be fair, the crop that I've seen doesn't look all that good on those fields, so it's not going to be exceptionally high yielding, so we're not going to make nothing out of it, I don't think. I don't want to go too far away, if I'm honest, mainly because let's have a look, see if this screen tells me how much I've got in the grain tank. No, it doesn't, does it? No. So we'll go a bit further. Not my problem, is it? It's not really the way to look at it, but we'll go a bit further. So the one thing I am impressed with this combine is that it's very quiet in the cab. Our John Deere was very noisy, although to be fair to the John Deere, it was nowhere near as modern as this. It was a 2266 John Deere, and that's from the sort of late 80s to the early 90s compared to this combine today. So I think the noise comparison is probably a little bit unfair. To be fair, I don't think there is much on the two combines that really is a a comparison, or a fair comparison at that, because they're from completely different eras. I mean, you know, if we were to put this up against a John Deere, we would have to put this up against, you know, one of the new John Deeres to make it a fair fight. Yeah, that beep that we just heard, that tells me when the grain tank is 50% full. And then apparently that starts then beeping quite regular. I can't remember if they said 70 or 75% up until it gets to full, when obviously then it becomes one continual noise. So I quite like that as well. Obviously our John Deere doesn't have that, but again, I'm not comparing because it's a combine from a different era. The only thing is, if we go much further, we're gonna have a long way to travel backwards, unless I can make that corner. But yeah, so as I say, I do like it. I like it a lot. They've also suggested maybe looking at the Massey Ferguson, which is ever so slightly different to this. It's got the same grain tank, it's got the same width. Doesn't come with tracks though, which, as I say, at this moment in time doesn't outwardly bother me too much, because it's not a priority on if we go for a second-hand machine. However, like I say, if we do decide to spend the money on a brand new machine, then I will buy it with tracks. There we go. So it's 80% that happens, and then I think that happens again at 90. But yeah, so like I say, it just depends on how we go with that. And you know, the other thing that we have to remember as well is that, you know, finances and, you know, budget and money and stuff like that, you know, you have to sort of take all of that into consideration. Like, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back up. They might not like this, but I'm going to back up, and I'm going to try and cut out a huge section if I can, and that will allow me to turn around, because I ain't getting all the way around here because we're already getting the beeps. Alright, let's have a look. Can we let's turn that off, save a bit of diesel. Perhaps can't make that all the way. There we go, that's got it. Alright, we'll go back. That tractor and trailer, for whatever reason, they stood it in the crop. I have no idea why. Whether it was so as I could get by with the combine or not, I don't know. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed the show today, I've got to be honest. We've seen some really nice tractors. I'm sorry about the last video being quite as long as it was. It was very nearly an hour. It was just short of an hour. I think about 8 or 9 minutes or so. But I wanted you to see all of it. I wanted you to see everything that, you know, we did while we were there, and everything that we tried, and all the machinery. And as I say, it's left me coming away from today with a lot of sort of questions and a lot of thinking to do as well, because, as I say, our farm does need upgrading. You know, we're oh, it's very quiet, very quiet. I've actually been on a modern John Deere one, and that's quite noisy in the cab when you're unloading, but that is very quiet. Very impressed with that. The only thing I don't like is that I can't see the top of my auger. I can't see the bottom of my auger, rather. So it just, you know, whether you're over the trailer or not. But yeah, that's very nice. Very quiet, very impressed. I like the combine a lot. We'll go and have a word with Daniel, and we'll have a discussion about certain things. And so I was rather hoping that we were going to get to see the Katana in action, but I've been told that might not be going going into action today. The 90, is it 8 or 90, whatever that one is. I think it's the 80 actually. I've been told, crikey, this tank does hold a lot, doesn't it? It holds a heck of a lot. I'm impressed with that. Right, we'll take it back up here. Of course, we are facing the wrong way now. But anyway, and we'll leave it there. Yeah, so I quite like that. That's a very nice combine. So it's got a decent sized grain tank on it, much bigger than our John Deere. Again, not comparing because of the age, but I'm only sort of basing it on what I've experienced on a regular basis. Like I said to you a little while ago there, that it's a shame that it's come at this time of year when obviously, I mean, we've got bits and pieces now left to combine, but we've not got a major amount. But it would be nice to sort of get this, you know, the equivalent John Deere, the equivalent Class, the equivalent New Holland, and really try them and really sort of see what is value for money, what is, because I've been told that if we want this on tracks with GPS, which doesn't come as standard for some silly reason on that combine, it's an extra that it comes with. But if we want this on tracks with the GPS, it's going to be 303,000, and then obviously we've got the price of the header and the header trailer to go as well, and then the price of this as well, if that's what we decide to do. I mean, we will be having sunflowers in the future. You know, the plan is to grow quite a vast array of crops to try and corner every market and you know, sort of become ultra competitive everywhere. You know, that's the best thing for the future of the farm. But yeah, 303,000 for that. I must admit, while I was eating my tacos, I did go online and had a quick look at the equivalent Class, and you're looking at between the Tryon, the Lexion sort of 700. They're very similar to that in terms of capacity in grain tank, capacity in the width, or the width of the headers that they will take, and what have you. The Class do unload slightly quicker, but that does have a ever so slightly bigger grain tank. But the two classes, as I say, the Tryon that we looked at, and we looked at a Tucano, and I looked at a Lexion 700 or 770, I think it was. They're very expensive. I thought that was quite good at 303,000. I've been told that that's the show price. And I've also been told that if we do decide to buy a few bits of kit, if we get to, you know, the very close to the sort of 800-900, you know, to £1 million worth of kit, we will get a 25% discount off the brand new price, but that's got to be on brand new stuff. And that we can include Verdastat stuff in that as well. So, but as I say, I don't like it in black. I've been told you can buy it in green, which is nice. It is the 8T. I've been told you can buy it in green. I've also been told you can buy it in Challenger. Now that does intrigue me. You don't see many Challenger combines going around the countryside, so I'm fairly sort of can't buy that one apparently in the Challenger colour, but you can buy this one in the Challenger colour and with the logo and the name and everything on it as well. So I'm quite intrigued with that. I'd be fairly open to having a look at that. But this is what I really wanted to get to look at today. I've been told that I can get in it and I can start it up. But I really wanted to have a go at this. We have got some silage to do, and Daniel has said that as we have got some silaging to do, we've got some grass silage that needs doing sometime either this month or next month. It'd probably be this month, to be fair. Then we're more than welcome to have this on demonstration, to which I've already taken up and said yes, please do. Like I say, we need a forager. Whether we need a brand new one or not, I don't know. For the amount that we do, probably not. And whether we need a Fendt one or not, I don't know. I'm sure there must be cheaper ones out there on the market, especially second hand. But that's something that we also want to have a look at. But yeah, so as I say, that's it's gone lunchtime. We've had a look at the combine. I really like the combine. Obviously, you saw us driving everything else that we drove today and the machinery that we tried. So I think, in the words of Maverick, this MiG will bug out and go home. It's been a good day. I've really enjoyed it, and we've got to speak with a few friends, and we got to wind Richard up, so that's always good. You can't argue with winding up Richard. It's a good day when that happens. But no, as I say, we have seen some nice stuff, and we have got some stuff coming on hire because, like I say, I have spoken to them, and the thing is, we've tried the crawlers with the plough, we've tried the crawler with the Verdistat seed drill, we tried that Fendt 217, which I don't want that. I don't want that particular tractor, but we've had a go on it. It's a nice tractor. I would prefer the 2.8 series rather than the 217. The 2.8 series tractor looked very nice. Obviously more power, more options, so we can do more things with it. Which is, I'm all over the bloody road here. Which is obviously, as a farmer, what you're looking for. You're looking for a tractor that does many things, that has many sort of strings to its bow, if you like, and that tractor certainly does come into that category, and so therefore comes heavily into my thinking. I like the 8 series Fendt as well. I thought that was okay, but ultimately, I'm not sure. I really like the 939. I really like the 1050. As I explained at the show, the 1050, I think, is just far too expensive for not a lot of difference to the 939, in my opinion, from what I was told and what I sort of saw. Alright, we didn't get to have a go on the 939, which is a bit of a shame because I would have liked to have had a go on it. But we didn't get that far. We didn't get to have a go on the 1050. Not that I'm too disappointed with that. I would have liked to go on the 8. It's sort of the tractors that I was interested in. Sort of step aside from the two crawlers, because I was interested in them and we did get to try them. But the wheeled tractors that I was interested in, I didn't get to try. Because they didn't have them in operation, and I'd sort of said to them, that's, for me, that was poor, because it felt a bit like Fendt were pushing us towards the 217 by only having that tractor as one that could be wheeled tractor, as the one that could be driven. I would have liked to have gone to the 2.8 series. The 8 series and then the 9 series, and to be fair, I wouldn't have minded a go on the 1050 as well. So, but as I say, I felt that Fendt were pushing us more towards the 217, and it was just a tractor that doesn't appeal to me both in looks. Oh, we've got some sugar beet. Sugar beet. We've got some sugar. I mean, so that's quite good. We've got quite a bit of pulp now, which is nice, and we've got some molasses. So I wouldn't mind today or tomorrow putting that and the pulp into this factory. I really want to make some pellets. It says feed pellets. If we go to the animals, it says feed pellets. I'm really hoping that's what that is, because that's going to be a much easier way and a much cheaper way for us to make, you know, premium cow food. And I've got a feeling as well, you know. Oh, hang on, I've come to the wrong one. I've got a feeling as well, you know, we could feed that to the pigs, because we are going to be getting some pigs. Let's have a look. No, just beet pulp. Oh, feed pellets, yeah, it is there. So yeah, and then probably our sheep as well. Yeah, so that would be an all-round fantastic use of our sugar or sugar beet to make feed. You know, and we can also make something, you know, we didn't, hang on, I'll take the truck, otherwise I've got to come back. I'll take the truck. I was wrong about our header. We did actually have it in John Deere colours. We only had it on hire. The combine is gone, so the combine has been sold. I said in the last episode, I think, or the one just before we went to the show, I think it was, you know, what happened to me combine, and embarrassingly, I had a phone conversation a day or two earlier with someone, and they wanted to borrow it, and they borrowed it, and then rang me and said, "Would you be interested in selling it?" So we have actually sold it, and they've just kept it, but they don't want that header, which means I've got to get someone to come down now and pick it up. But yeah, so as I say, here we've got the sugar beet that we can there we go, that we can use as our feed, as well, you know, as we grow more and more and more of it, you know, we can then turn it over to sugar as well. Well, it will be turned over to sugar as well. But yeah, so all in all, a good day. It's getting on the evening now, so we'll probably head back. I'll probably call that for this video, and then in the next episode, whether you guys want to let me know in the comments whether you want to see me trying out all the different combines. I've got a field or two that I've got in mind that's big enough for us to have quite a few combines. I'm going to be getting in touch with the companies over the next few days to see whether they can arrange that for us. I spoke to Richard at the show, and he's more than happy to send us down a couple of combines. He's going to send down a T-Series John Deere and an S-Series John Deere, and he also wanted to send down the X9, but I don't have the bank balance for that combine. But I said he could send it down, and you know, I'm more than happy for it to do some work in our field, but I don't have the money for that combine. I asked him how much it was, and he was saying that for the things that we wanted on it, it was going to be, you know, in excess of £800,000. So we'll forget about that. Just come here and just check the cows. They look all right. Just make sure they got some feed. That's the main. Yeah, they have. Yeah, we've got some muck in here as well that now needs clearing out again. So we'll do that. That'll probably be a little job. Oh, one more thing to tell you as well. The John Deere telehandler that we've got, we have probably traded that in on a new Fendt telehandler, and the reason I've done that is because The JCB sort of runs the straw side of things, and sort of things like that. The Fendt, I think, will probably do lorry loading, all our bulk loading, and also be for our drill as well, because I'm slowly making a decision towards the drill, and I'm slowly making a decision towards a couple of the tractors based on our 25% discount. It might be an idea to go all out and upgrade. I mean, we've got tractors that we can trade in against these as well, so not only will we get 25% off, we'll also get the money back for our tractors, or what we can sell our tractors for, and that will also help to cut down the cost of brand new. I just want to quickly pop around here because this video's going on again. I do apologise. I just like talking to you guys. So that field over there now we've purchased. Basically, that field there, all this grass here is now all of ours. We were renting that originally. It's now all of ours. And then all of the fields down here now. So we can go through the yard, I don't mind. So all of these fields out here now are all ours as well now. So it goes all the way down to the end now. And then there's 2 fields that side of the road that we now own as well. But yeah, they go down to the end there now, all the way down to the end of the road. So yeah, we've again been busy with buying fields. Just pop through the hedge. I'm sure they won't mind. We'll give them a bag of potatoes if they do. Usually sweetens people up, doesn't it? So, I'm ever so sorry. Bag of potatoes? Yes, please. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to head back to the house now and get the calculator out, get the coffee on, and I'm going to see what we can come up with, and I'll keep you informed. So thank you ever so much again for watching the video, and I really hope you've enjoyed this demo day and all the things that we've got up to and all the people that we've talked to. And I'll see you in the next episode when, as I said a little while ago, oh, let's have a sit down. It's been a long day. We'll get on with some farming again. We've got some drilling to do, we've got some ploughing to do. We've got 1 or 2 bits and pieces that need to be got on with. And we've also hopefully going to get our demonstration day with some combines from all the different brands. But anyway, that's it from me. If you've liked the video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And look out for our next video. Thanks very much. Bye.